Hey y'all, what's up? My beautiful peeps. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gift Since 92, giving you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment, news, and inspirational quotes by yours truly. I am here, a brand new album review for you guys. Miguel released his fifth studio album, CAOS. It recently dropped October 23rd on Thursday. And definitely when it dropped, I was like, all right, I gotta get a chance to listen to this brand new full length project. And I will say this, I enjoyed it. So I'm going to discuss my honest thoughts and opinions of his brand new album and my favorite standout tracks and how I feel sonically. Um, my overall honest opinions on his brand new project. So, as I always say, guys, let's get it on and popping as always, shall we? So, there are 12 tracks on Chaos. Number 1, Chaos. Number 2, The Killing. Number 3, RIP. Number 4, New Martyrs Ride for You, parentheses. Number 5, Triggered. Number 6, El Palito. Number 7, Perdume. Number 8, Oscillate. Number 9, Nearsight bracket SID. Number 10, Angel Song. Number 11, Always Time. Number 12, Comma slash Karma. My standout tracks off this brand new album are that I like. They're my favorite tracks. The Killing, RIP, RIP, New Martyrs, parentheses, Ride for You, El Plito, Perdume, Nearsight, SID, bracket, Angels, Song, comma, slash Karma. I will say this. It's been a while since I've heard brand new music from Miguel. I've always liked his music. Actually, I've always loved his music. He's pretty much one of the dopest like R&B, soul, pop, male artists, black artists. I feel like with him being like, I know he's part Hispanic, and I want to be respectful on that because I was like, you know what? Literally, Miguel's music is very just like blended with different genres, different mixture of like sounds, like R&B, soul, pop, hip hop, funk, you name it. With this brand new album, I could tell he really dug a lot deeper in this brand new um, project, and the sound is really good. I do love that, you know, I can hear his vocals, they sound very good live. And he's these artists that literally, he's pretty much very creative, very innovative. I put him as one of those artists for himself, like doing his own thing, but he knows the sound of music. He can really feel the sound of his artistry. What I love about the album is that it does have like it's really good moments where I hear R&B, I hear soul, especially like records like I would say New Martyrs Ride for You, parentheses. This song itself has more of an R&B soul to it, vibes, that kind of sound. Also like songs like The Killing and R.I.P. and like El Polito. Um, they're more like R&B, like pop, but they're really mixed with like pop, rock and roll, really. Because as I was listening to it, he's also, celebrating his heritage as well, being Hispanic, and I think that was really cool. I think that there's something that literally when it comes to like musicians being, like more than one, I would say nationality, ethnicity, it's good that the roots of like they can be creative. They know they can do any kind of sound of music, but it's good that for this album, it's more sentimental. It touches his roots, his background, of who he really is. There are moments where they're like self-reflection records. He talks about what's going on in the world. He talks about like those kind of records, which is good. to hear nowadays from artists. So he's not afraid to tap into his vulnerability and his emotional side as well. And I thought that was really good to really listen to that, and it was really cool that he stayed true to himself in that side of him. And then we get like the upbeat records, the fun records, like having fun, living your best life kind of records. And when he actually went, especially with the song right here, what I like about it is like Karma slash Karma. The production has more like that R&B, soul, pop, rock and roll, but infused with it is really good. I like that he taps into like that rock and roll element side of him, because it just pretty much, it sounds really good. I love rock and roll music, metal, I like metal and like soft rock and roll and stuff. But I like that he incorporated like that soft rock and a little bit of hardcore rock. But it's really good that he's in full control of his whole entire artistry. And that's really good that when it comes to like male like artists and like the R&B pop category, especially like the ones that are very dynamic, they don't need to feel like they gotta stay in one genre of R&B or just make certain one kind of R&B. They can actually tap into different layers of that. But he definitely, Miguel, with this album CAOS, I feel that he just did something called reinventing himself as his own artist. Really taking the time to really get more in depth into his creativity. I like that the overall project has a lot of really good, feel good moments with the melody. Very melody, it's melodic. It's also harmony. Is very like he can really create music from a place where it doesn't sound boring, but it sounds refreshing. But it's modern and it's up to date. As far as sonically, the overall sound is very good. In terms of like instrumentation, you can hear the different production. You can hear it. It just pretty much is something that's very like out of its own element, and it has he has his own like lane of like just doing music that really does represent him as his own artist, and I really like that about that. And I feel like lyrically, for him making really good music throughout the years, like he's pretty much like has always been a really amazing, talented artist that, yeah, he's like a really good, breath of fresh air. But as I was listening to it, I heard a lot of like really like good, vocals, instrumentation, the production switches up, doesn't sound the same. It's very, very like out there, and it has a lot of that really good, it has a lot of just that, like, that music is not just one dimensional. And when it comes to like artists like him, he does have that like just this wow factor. I mean, it's natural. It really brings in a lot of that, like, okay, the music will sound different each album, but you can feel the soul. And he puts soul in his music, but you can actually hear that it doesn't sound repetitive. It's not like the same beat or the same sound, but you can feel like it's like, wow, he's an artist, not just that, but a musician. But I really enjoyed this album. I feel like I was like in a psychedelic kind of like, whimsical adventure mode from him when I was listening to it. And I actually love it. I really think that this album is a really breath fresh of air, body of work. It's a solid project. And so each track, it doesn't sound the same. It's very, like really, each record, it's different. I like that it's unique, but, it's like pretty much feel good music, and it's, empowerment music, sentimental music, and it's like fun music at the same time. And, it's also like the music that really resonates with the whole entire, theme of the album. So that being said, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give this album a 5 out of 5. I love the album cover. Very bold statement. I like it. Big red bold letters. CAOS. Chaos. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. With that being said, guys, yeah, so Miguel fans, share your thoughts and your opinions. Stay tuned next episode of Get It Since 92. Like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. And stay tuned next episode of Get It Since 92. Peace.